Good morning everyone, welcome to Jade Rose Yoga. My name is Mish and I'll be teaching you a 1 hour beginner's yoga flow this morning. This one's quite easy, you won't need any props, all you need is yourself and a yoga mat. This morning my guest star seems to be Miss Lulu Cat, who sometimes likes to do yoga with me on the deck, especially on rainy days. So she's the expert. She's a very good little stretcher and loves to roll around, but we'll just get straight into it. So we're going to begin finding a seated position. So you can sit comfortably on your knees if you like, or you can find a comfortable cross-legged position, drawing the shoulders back and down, allowing your heart to sit nice and tall, taking a deep breath in through the nose and a long breath out. Inhale, filling all the way up, and exhale, emptying. And just working through a few more rounds of breath, just like so. Every inhale feels expansive, and every exhalation feels grounding and nourishing. Noticing the sensations which accompany your breath in the body as you take those full and expansive breaths. And noticing how, as you focus and concentrate on lengthening, increasing your breath's fullness, the range, the capacity, the depth of your breath, naturally this starts to anchor the mind, to bring you a sense of steadiness internally. And we can use the breath in this way to help steady and focus the mind. So at any opportunities or moments as we move through the practice, you notice the mind starting to waver, just return the awareness back to this steady flow, the inflow, the outflow of the breath. Watching for that expansion on the inhale, moving up the body, ascending, and watching for the emptying sensation on every exhale. Just taking 5 more deep breaths. And gently bringing your hands to the Anjali Mudra, your heart space, as we welcome in our intention for this morning's practice, which today I'd like to focus on the intention or the theme of gratitude this morning, which is one of my favorite morning intentions to bring in. Just all the things we're grateful for. The great gratitude to have a healthy body that can move through a practice like this. Gratitude to have a roof over our heads. Gratitude to the people in our lives that bring us joy, that make us smile. And gratitude for the work that we have. Gratitude for all of the little things that really are the big things. We'll come back to this as we move throughout the practice this morning. The next deep breath in, open your eyes, reaching the arms up high, we send that intention of gratitude high, and exhale, the arms go wide. So from here we're going to begin in a cat-cow. So this is Lulu's expert favourite pose. Cats are very good at this, it's named after them. So what you're going to do is just begin by arching into your back on the exhalation, tucking your chin to your chest, drawing your belly into the ribcage.
noticing that big accentuation, the curvature in the upper back. And just beginning to drop the hips as you gaze up towards the ceiling, lengthening completely. Working through a few rounds just like that, breathing in as you arch the back, exhaling. Inhale, gaze up to the ceiling, dropping the hips. Exhale, close down the movement, arching the back again. 3 more rounds, inhale. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Just taking a bit of a freestyle, intuitive stir around now. So using this as a means to just check in with any tight spots in the body. You might just start to wriggle your hips from side to side, stirring or circling into the hips. You might move up into your shoulders, creating figure 8 shapes. From your hips up to the shoulders and back again. You might even like to close down your eyes as you move through this, allowing for a more sensory experience, noticing those places of rigidity, those places of tension in the body. Three more deep breaths. And moving back now to a child's pose shape, balasana pose. So the knees can stay a little bit wider, forehead grounds to the mat. Arms either stretch long out ahead of you, or alternatively you may just rest your arms by your sides. Now this pose is known as the resting pose in yoga. It's a space that you're welcome to return to at any stage throughout the practice and remain here for as long as you feel called. Just watching your breath. Notice that expansion again on every inhalation. Watching for the exhalation, that emptying, grounding sensation traveling back down your body. And taking 3 more deep breaths. Bringing your gaze up towards the palms of your hands, we're going to take a few rounds of active movement between child's pose and cobra pose. So it's slithering on through quite like a snake. Keep your forearms quite low. Glide through towards cobra pose, pressing into the palms of the hands, drawing your shoulders back and down, and just open up as high as feels comfortable. For you, that might actually be a little bit lower. Just see how you feel with it. We're just starting to open up through the lower back. Exhale, toes tuck under, press back, child's pose. Gazing through to the front, inhale, glide through, cobra pose. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, gliding through. Exhale, child's pose. One more round, breathe in, glide through. Tucking those toes under, press through, downward facing dog. So drawing your chest closer towards your thighs here. Your feet are about hip distance apart. So as you gaze back towards the toes, that's about 2 clenched fists width distance between your 2 big toes. If you struggle with flexibility here, if it feels a little tight, take a deep breath, rise high to the tippy toes so your heels lift nice and high. See, while the heels are lifted, if you can gently draw your chest closer towards your thighs, continuing to draw in and up through your abdominal region, stabilizing, grounding through the palms of your hands as you spread through the palms, creating a nice grip underneath the finger pads. Lifting those sit bones nice and high, and seeing if you can plug those heels into the mat. Ooh, nice big stretch there. And individually pedaling out our feet, so right heel presses down to the mat as left knee bends, alternating side to side. Left heel presses down to the mat as right heel grounds, alternating. You can take this pedaling action fast or slow. Noticing the stretch both in the lower body as well as in the upper body. Our primary goal in downward facing dog is to lengthen the muscles surrounding the spine, meaning upper back, getting the stretch up here is more important than grounding your heels to the mat. So often when you're new to it, a good way to come in is to bend your knees, keep your heels lifted, and that will give you more potential to open up the chest, the shoulders, the back, and the upper body, which is what we're really trying to lengthen the most here. Then as your practice progresses, you'll be able to work towards grounding those heels to the mat, but not sacrificing this stretch that we've created in our upper bodies. So just take 2 more deep breaths here. And on the next exhale, take your right hand, see if you can catch the outside of your left thigh or left calf muscle, stabilizing through left hand. So left hand is working our strength and flexibility there. Deep breath in for 2. Gaze comes underneath left shoulder. Exhale, release. Take your left hand to the outside of right thigh or calf muscle, gazing underneath right shoulder. Stabilizing through that right arm. Notice the harmony and perfect balance between strength and flexibility there through the right. Big stretch in that right hamstring. Keep drawing in and up through your belly. Exhale, release. Gazing through to the front, walk, step or jump, feet into a forward fold. Folding over there. Catch your elbows, bend the knees as much as feels supportive, ground through heels and toes. So your chest can actually start resting upon your thighs here. Relax the neck, relax your shoulders, maybe even swaying gently from side to side. Grounding through those feet, your foundation, maybe lengthening the legs if you can, or just staying comfortable. The chest upon thighs, noticing with the knees bent more, you'll get more of an opening into the lower back. The longer that you lengthen the legs, the more you're going to feel this in hamstrings. Three more deep breaths. Breathing in and out through your nose. On the next exhale, release your arms, tuck the chin to the chest, and just slowly peel your way, vertebrae by vertebrae, noticing this articulation through the core as you peel up, into a standing position. Taking it nice and slow. Drawing the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in, reach those arms up. Exhale, flow forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look up and lengthen, gazing up. Exhale, palms press to the mat, walk, step or jump back through to plank pose. High to low plank, shoulders over the wrist, Chaturanga Dandasana. Pressing into the palms, toes tuck under, upward facing dog. Beginners, you can take cobra there with thighs grounded if you need to. Exhale, tuck the toes under, press back. Downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. We'll do that once more. Chest traveling through to the thighs, belly drawing in and up, feet hip distance apart. Gazing through to the front, walk, step or jump, feet back into a forward fold. Light on the toes, folding over. Breathe in, reaching the arms wide, reach up, rise up, pressing the palms together. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, flow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat, walk, step, jump back through to plank pose. High to low plank, option to ground the knees, beginners. Lower through chaturanga, so we bend our elbows as we lower. Tuck the toes under, press up to up dog. So thighs are lifted and up dog. Shoulders draw back and down, opening through the lower back. Exhale, downward facing dog. So I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit lower to the mat today because I don't know that you can see me when I'm standing very well. So taking 3 more deep breaths here, notice that stretch. Continue to create space, both in your breath and the body. On the next exhale, ground both knees to the mat. Shoulders over the wrist, knees hip distance apart. A little bit of core and mobility work, hip mobility and core. We are sending our right arm long, tuck the toes under on both feet. Brace your core, send right arm, left leg long. Now if this feels too challenging for you, ground the arm and just do the leg extension. Hips square, so imagine there's a square from your hips to the mat or nice and level through there. Draw in and up through your abdominals, keep your gaze straight down to the mat so you're not straining your neck. Toes pointed, fully extended, hold for 3 deep, expansive breaths. Slowly on the exhale, we take our right arm wide to the right as left leg travels wide to the left. Take it nice and slow. Inhale, center. Exhale, go wide. Inhale, center. 3 more. Exhale, go wide. Inhale, center. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, center. Ground the hand, ground the knee. Settle back, child's pose. Deep breath in for 3. 2 more, deep breath. And on the next inhale, press back through to all fours. Shoulders just over the wrists, knees hip distance apart, toes tucked under. Drawing in and out through your abdominal region, activating your core or Uddiyana Bandha, the lock in your center. From here, we're extending our left arm and our right leg long. If that feels too challenging, just do the leg extension so you can stabilize your arm. Keep your gaze down to the mat. So we're not looking out ahead, we're just gazing down. That will help to reduce any straining occurring on your neck. And be aware of what's going on at your hips. Try to keep your hips nice and level with another. Or visualizing a square from the bottom of your mat to your hips. Drawing in and up through your center. Shoulders relaxed. For 2, toes pointed. Exhale, take the arm wide, leg goes wide, alternating sides. Inhale, center. Exhale, go wide. Inhale, center, 3 more. Exhale, go wide. Inhale, center. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, center. Exhale, go wide. Last one. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale. Ground the hand, ground the knee. Child's pose position. 5 deep breaths. You can take those knees as wide as feels comfortable in child's pose. Forehead grounds to the mat. Noticing this gentle stretch, opening out the lower back. Last deep breath in. Press back through to all fours. Shoulders over the wrists. Now from here, we're stepping our right foot outside our right wrist. So carefully step that right leg outside right wrist. So hands are just inside the right foot. Notice that my right knee is lining up over the ankle joint. And my body weight is sort of shifted forward, away from this back left knee. If you've got sensitive knees and you've got a towel, you could glide a towel underneath the left knee just to sort of prop you up, give you some stability there. Now you can stay up on the wrists here or drop right down to the forearms. That's going to take you a little bit deeper. If you really want to work hard, lift the back left knee up. Whether you're upright or down low. Relax your shoulders. Close the eyes down, breathe. For 3. Deep breaths. And the next exhale, if the back knee is lifted, ground it down. We're going for winged lizard. So this time I'm taking my right foot on an angle towards the edge of the mat, angling it out a little bit wider. Taking my right hand to the right knee, gazing over my right shoulder. So it's kind of like I'm looking back to someone behind me. It's sometimes known as twisted or winged lizard pose. Now I'm starting to bring that stretch into the right glute here, but also deeper into the left quadricep. This could be strong enough for you just to stay with this as is, or make it more strong by bending the back left knee, breathing in, windmill the right hand to catch the back foot. Chest opens to the left as the knee angles to the right. Staying here for 5 more deep breaths. Now if you want to take it deeper in your body, it's quite flexible and allows, you could come potentially onto the forearm, but just see how you go. Remember there's levels to this one. You can stay right up without the foot bound if you wanted to. Just different ways of doing it for different bodies. Last 2 deep breaths. Exhale, release. Hands back inside our right foot. This time we're going to go for an inner thigh stretch. So to do this, we're going to tuck the toes under, lift the back knee up, turn our left foot wide to the side of the mat. Now take your right hand and see if you can catch the outside of the left thigh. You might need to come up onto your fingertips of your left hand. And at the moment my right knee is quite bent, but I'm going to start to lengthen that to bring the stretch into this right leg. So we're really getting into the hamstring there, balancing through grounding our big toes. The closer that I start to draw my body weight through to the middle, the deeper this becomes. Really starting to lengthen that right leg. Now if this is too much, you might prefer to just keep the hands grounded with the knee bent and just starting to lengthen as much as you can. See how you go. Three more. more deep breaths. Exhale, release hands back inside right foot, turning the left foot to face the front. Carefully wrap right leg around. High plank. Exhale, lower your body slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, not vertebrae, slowly lower your body all the way down to the mat. Taking a half baby cobra, back strengthening. Big toes together, knees together, feet together. Hands underneath the line of our shoulders, elbows in close. Deep breath in as you lift your chest, noticing this opening through the lower back. Hover your hands. So we're not using our hands, we're just activating through our lower back, using the strength of our lower back to lift our chest up. Notice if you go to hunch into your shoulders and see if you can draw those shoulders away from the neckline. Keep the elbows in close. Hold for 3, big toes together. 2, can you lift a little higher? Keep gazing straight down. Exhale, release. Tucking the toes under, press back through into our downward facing dog shape. Really spreading through the palms of the hands so you're creating that nice grip underneath the finger pads. Continue to draw your chest back through toward your thighs. Belly draws in and up, sit bones lifting high. 3 more deep breaths. And on the next exhale, we ground our knees again. Taking the left foot outside left wrist. Lining it up so left knee lines up with the ankle joint. Shift your body weight off the right knee. So sort of shifting your body weight forward. Now you might feel content here with the right knee grounded, with the hands grounded up on the wrists. Or you might like to take it deeper by coming right down onto your forearms. You might go deeper again by lifting, tucking the toes under on right foot to lift the knee up. Whether you stay high on your wrist or sink deep there onto the forearms. You can sort of pivot back and forth from the toes to really get into those hip flexors. See how you feel with it. There's so many different ways of doing so many of the poses for different bodies, and I think it's good to know that you can adapt them. You're not doing it wrong if it looks a little different on you. Relax your shoulders. Maybe even closing down the eyes. Focus on those deep breaths for 3. Grounding through big toes. And on the next exhale, ground the right knee. Wing your lizard. So we're taking that left foot to the wide angle of our mat. Allow it to come 45 degrees. Take your left hand now to just ground on the left knee. So we're sort of winging out there. The stretch comes deeper into our glute, but also deeper into right quad. It's like we're gazing back towards someone behind us. So there's this opening through the chest. Your chest actually angles over to the right as the knee fans out to the left. The sole of the foot doesn't actually have to be grounded in this one. One of the few yoga postures where that will happen. Now you might feel strong enough just to stay here. Closing the eyes down, breathing, keeping the chest quite open. Or take it further. If that's the case, to go deeper, bend the back knee. Breathe in, windmill this hand to catch the back foot. That's going to intensify your quadricep stretch on the front of the right thigh. Keep angling your chest the other way. And if you're super flexy, the other way to adapt it is to come right down onto the right forearm to really get in deep. Closing the eyes down as you find your variation. We'll stay here for 5 deep breaths. Keeping that chest open, just noticing whatever it is you feel. Last deep breath in. Slowly release it, hands back inside. Left foot, tuck toes under on right foot, lift the right knee up. Carefully wrap your left leg around. High plank. Shoulders over the wrists to protect our shoulder joints. Slowly we lower our bodies all the way down to the mat. Maybe you're going to ground the knees to do so. Breathing in, we'll take a shoulder stretch while we're here. Send your right arm wide to the side. So as you come into this one, kind of looks like this. You've got your left hand grounded, and you're either sending the right arm horizontally like so, or cactus the right arm. If you're quite open through your shoulders, go for this one. This one's the less strong version. So we're turning our cheek to face the right arm. You're still on your belly. So I'm going for the cactus variation. And you're going to bend the left knee, wrap it around the right leg. As I turn my cheek to face the left hand, you're now getting this shoulder stretch on the right, a big hip opener here on the left. I'm just breathing there. For 5. Come all the way back through center. Bring the right hand in underneath the line of right shoulder. Either horizontally extend left arm or cactus it. So little bend at the elbow, turn the cheek to face the right. Bend the right knee, wrap it over left leg. You may be able to ground the foot, maybe not. Just, it might hover and that's okay. Shoulder and hip opener. Last deep breath in, come back through to center. So from here, both hands underneath the line of the shoulders. Half baby cobra again, big toes together, lift your chest all the way up. Hover your hands, draw your shoulders away from neckline, keep big toes grounded to the mat, keep gazing down. Just noticing the activation through your lower back. Can you lift any higher for 2? And exhale, release, hands ground, tuck the toes under. Press back through, down dog. Chest drawing through to thighs. 5 deep, expansive breaths. And the next deep breath in, just bring your 2 big toes together. Sweep your left leg high. Try to keep your chest quite squarely tracking back toward your thighs. Bend the left knee, big hip opener. Still hips are square, chest is still squarely traveling back. If you can, keep your right heel grounded. Option to hold this for 3 more deep breaths. Keep drawing in and up through your center. Keep traveling your chest closer towards thighs. And on the next exhale, option to wait here for a further 3 or flip your dog. To do so, we lift our left hand up off the mat. Activate through your hips, through your harness, kind of like a big back bend. Inhale. Exhale, flip back. Raising the left leg high, ground it down. Same thing, second side, big toes together. Sweep your right leg high. Try to keep left heel grounded. Keep your core active, hips square. Exhale, bend the knee, big hip opener. Hold for 3. chest still squaring off towards your thighs. 2. Option to wait for a further 3 or inhale. Flip your dog. Activate through your glutes to open up, express through your heart. Inhale here. Exhale, flip it back. Raise the leg high. Exhale, let it land. Moving through vinyasa. Breathe in, shift through to plank pose. High to low plank, chaturanga, we lower. Breathe into up dog. Toes tuck under, opening through lower back. Shoulders draw back and down. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Taking 3 more deep breaths. Chest traveling through to thighs. Spreading through the palms of your hands. On the next inhale, gaze through to the front. Step your feet a little bit wider. Step your right foot outside right wrist. Left foot steps outside left wrist. Malasana, yogi squat. Hands to prayer in our heart space. Imagine there's a string which is lifting you up from the tip of your crown into an aligned position. So we got the hip, leg, knee flexibility all around our joints in the legs, but also opening up the posture through the spine. So this is one of the most beneficial yoga postures you can practice. They say if you can build up to holding this one for about 5 minutes a day, you'll do your body a world of good, because it's working with so many different important joints in the body. It's bringing flexibility into the entire field of the body. Everything's getting stretched at once. But try not to like hunch over here. Try to stay really open through the chest, so be aware of what's going on in your spine. And we all have different hip shapes, so some of us will feel better with our feet facing wide, others will feel better with your feet more square to the front. I personally like mine a little bit wider, so just have a feel into what feels good. And if you do struggle with this and you've got blocks at home or something you can prop yourself up on, you can actually sit up on a block. Or if you struggle to get your heels grounded, you could roll your mat up and actually like ground your heels to the mat, just to add some leverage points. Last deep breath in. Long breath out. We're taking our right shoulder to the right knee, sending the right arm out wide. Reach your left hand high. Deep breath in. Gazing up to left extended arm. Long breath out. Now option to wait here for a further 3, or see if you can wrap your left hand around your waistline, maybe finding a bind, catching the fingertips on the right. So that brings in a bit of a shoulder stretch. So you keep gazing over left shoulder for 2. Remember, if this isn't happening, just keep in the extension of the arms. Exhale, release. So same thing, second side. So we're taking left shoulder, left knee, spread through the fingertips, reach that left arm wide, reach your right hand high, deep breath in. Now option to wait here, or see if you can wrap the right hand around your waist, wrapping left hand around the knee, catching the bind, gazing over right shoulder to find the twist. Two more deep breaths. And exhale, release. Sending our hands behind us as we lengthen our legs out in front now. Alrighty. We're drawing our left leg in to meet our right thigh. Janu Shirshasana, single leg fold. Breathe in, reach your arms up, lengthen through the torso, lengthen through the spine. So just doing this is creating space. On the exhale, we start to pivot from our hip line as we fold forward. So you may touch the toes if your body allows. If you're struggling, that's okay. Just allow your hands to fall wherever they do. Rather than hunching the shoulders to get the big toes, try to focus on leading from your hips, leading from the heart space, creating that sense of spaciousness. Close the eyes down as you find it. And rather than trying to force anything, just focus on taking deep, nourishing, expansive breaths. You're quite flexible, you can catch the wrist. We got 3 more deep breaths here. And last deep breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, slowly come back through. We're going to draw our right foot in to meet the left foot. Big toes together. Opening the feet like you got a great book. So rather than forcing them together, which actually causes the knees to lift up a little bit, sort of open the feet like you're reading a book. From here, you can have the elbows in close, or maybe you want to ground those elbows to the knees. Again, we're leading from the hips and our heart space rather than from up here around the head. So a good analogy for life, always lead from your heart over your head. Get out of your head and into your heart. Good place to make decisions from. The places that bring you joy, the places that fuel your fire, the things that light you up, that bring you passion, those are the things that you should be leaning into in life. Or as Marie Kondo says, the places which spark joy. Lean into anything which sparks joy. And we lead from the heart. So shoulders remain relaxed. Last deep breath in. Long breath out. See how far you can take it. And then just start to come back up. So we'll do the same stretch, second the side. So this time, left leg travels long, right foot meets left thigh. Breathe in, reach your arms up, so creating space, bit of lift, bit of length. Exhale, pivot from the hip line. See how far you can go as you lead from your heart. So maybe you can catch the big toes, maybe not. Don't stress so much about that. Focus more on what's going on, where's the integrity in your body. So we're not going from ego and head, just hunching the shoulders just to get there, because that's just bringing in all this new tension. Lead from your heart. Come from a more, less egoic, beautiful space. And just allow things to flow, to naturally unfold. The more that you just let go, easing that sense of control, noticing the steady flow of your breath, that steady tranquility that's always within, naturally the pose will start to open up for you, and there's no need to force it. It just starts to naturally happen. Trusting in life. And there's a Sanskrit word for this. It's called Ishvara Pranadhana, which means to have faith, go with the flow. It's a hard one. Three more expansive breaths. Relax those shoulders, close the eyes down. Last deep breath in. Long breath out. See how far you can take it. Breathe in, come up. Wide-legged fold. Turning to the wide edge of your mat. Taking your legs as wide as feels comfortable. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, you might actually want to prop yourself up on like a cushion, or you might like to even prop the knees up. See how you feel. Beginner's way of coming into this pose is just to start with your hands behind you, shoulders draw back and down, opening up through the chest, through the heart. That could be enough. If you'd like to take it deeper, bring the hands to the front and just start to lead from your hips, lead from the heart. Forearms grounding if you can. However it looks on your body is perfect, with the least amount of force. Relax your shoulders, close the eyes down, take a deep breath in. Long breath out, and just continue to breathe just like that. So you're noticing the sense of expansion on every inhalation, that ascending nature to the breath that moves up the body, it fills up, and that descending, emptying sensation occurring with every exhalation. And you'll notice as you continue just to focus your awareness on the breath, and the stretch is just naturally starting to unravel. We're not needing to force anything. We're taking it nice and slow, and slowly your body is just allowing you to come into deeper places. Don't stress if it doesn't look like this. Focus more on what it feels like for you. Where are you feeling the stretch? A good measure in any pose is if you can continue to breathe fully and expansively. So the moment that you've lost that steady flow of the breath, just to get there, you've probably taken the stretch too far. So you still want to be able to breathe, feel a sense of steadiness and ease. You can still slowly work to get to those places of strong flexibility, but just in a gentle, nourishing, patient way, where there's no forcing, just accepting whatever's going on in the moment. And just because you could do it yesterday doesn't mean that you're going to be able to do it today. We feel different every day. We change moment to moment. Deep breaths. Last deep breath in. Taking the stretch as far as you can comfortably unravel, and slowly, gracefully make your way back out and up. Taking your right elbow towards your right thigh. Just thinking about mirroring you here. Right elbow to right thigh, left arm stretches over and beyond. So this one, often people will go to catch their big toe here. It's not so much about catching the toe. I want you to feel into this stretch that's occurring through the side body. So sort of push your chest, your heart forward. Use this elbow as a pivoting point, as an anchor to really sort of open that side body stretch up for 3 deep breaths. Close the eyes down. 2. And with the chest pushing forward, then you really get into that quadratus lumborum, the big muscle through the side body. Last deep breath. All the way back through center. There you go for our second side. So you can take that opposite elbow to opposite thigh, reaching this arm over and beyond. Big side body stretch. Push your chest, your heart space forward to the front, so you're not hunching into the shoulders. There's this sense of openness through the side body predominantly. And I was recently reading that any stretch which works with opening up the side body works with opening up Sushumna Nadi, which is this big energy channel which flows up the main, the center of our spine. It's where all the sort of your chakras flow through the system. It's the main energy line in the body, which helps with awakening, with feeling more expansive, lighter, more aware, more self-aware. These side stretches just help to awaken Sushumna Nadi, so that's pretty cool. Last deep breath in, so to bring your chakras, if you're aware, with the energy centers into balance and harmony. Last exhale, come back through center. So draw your legs together, come to lay on your back now. Draw your knees into the chest, and just give yourself a big cuddle, big circle, big stir. Rocking, rolling out any built up tension. After a few rounds of this, move up into happy baby. So you can catch big toes with index and pointer. That's my favorite way to come in. But again, different bodies, different ways. So maybe you prefer to catch the inner or outer arches of your feet, the ankles, or even the calf muscles, wherever feels most natural, most organic, most accessible. There's a bend in the knees and a big groin hip stretch, stretching the inner thighs. Close those eyes down, relax your shoulders, watch the belly breath. So breathing in, watch that expansion. Watch it as it moves up into your lungs, your chest, your heart space. And watch for that emptying, grounding, nourishing sensation traveling back down the body. 5 more deep breaths. It is so nice to do yoga in the rain, listening to thunder. I love rainy weather. Just don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but hopefully. Noticing this heating breath. There's a heating breath that we practice in yoga, and it occurs in the back of your throat. So you breathe in and out through the nose. But the heating breath sort of goes on in the glottis in the back of your throat. And it sounds a little like the ocean or Darth Vader. And it's a nourishing breath. It's a detoxifying breath. It's a cleansing breath. And it just feels generally good to breathe that way. Last deep breath in. Let those legs go long. Reach the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Inhale. Long breath out. So we're going to seal this in a very traditional way with a shoulder stand. So if you're not feeling shoulder stand, maybe just come into butterfly pose, feet together, knees go wide instead, and your arms just rest by your side. So you can start there. Or if you're feeling like following along into shoulder stand, ground your feet hip distance apart. Arms just start beside the body. So slowly we're going to invert the legs high. So we're going to ground through our elbows, preparing to catch our lower back with our hands. So elbows and hands are going to become our anchors. Carefully rock the legs up so your legs invert, gliding those elbows underneath as your sense of support. And now once you're in it, you can do all kinds of fun things, like take your legs in different variations, or kind of bend them, extend them. This all helps with stimulation of blood flow. I've been practicing this one where you come into lotus pose, which is kind of an advanced way to go into it. But you don't have to do that. You can just stay with the leg extension. Ooh, that really gets into your hips. Sorry, this is supposed to be beginner's yoga. Shouldn't do those. So, after a few rounds of breath playing around in your stand, trying different fun movements, we then invert our legs over and beyond. So for some of you, you'll notice my feet have touched the mat. Yours might do that. If that's the case, you can likely extend your arms long like a pillar, maybe even catching the hands in a bind, or just letting the arms be long. If not, if your feet are sort of up here, keep the support around the lower back. Bend the knees if you need, deaf man's pose. Staying here for 3 more deep breaths. And to come out, hands return to the lower back. Ground through those elbows. Slowly take this slow, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. No rush, no rush. Ground your feet to the mat. Arms go wide, roll those knees over to the right. Deep breath in. Back through center and over to the left. Back through center, let the legs go long, arms in line with the body. Shavasana, relaxation. Closing down the eyes, finding a comfortable space here. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. So relaxation Shavasana is just a few minutes to reap the rewards of your practice, the nourishment. It's said to be the space where the energy flows freely in your body again. We gain all of the benefits here. It's a very gentle, relaxing, nourishing time. Time to just gently replenish, revitalize, restore the system. So closing those eyes down here. Observing the natural rhythms, the natural sensations you can feel in your body. Slowly bringing your awareness back to the space. Wriggling your fingers and the toes. Stretching the arms long and above overhead. Taking a deep, nourishing breath in. Long breath out. Rolling over to one side. Take a moment to reground, to bring yourself back. Slowly press your way up to a seated position. Drawing the shoulders back and down. And we'll seal the practice here with 3 deep breaths. Bringing your hands to the Anjali Mudra at your heart space. On the 3rd breath, we're going to chant Om together. So on your first deep breath in, inhale. Long breath out. Second deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale. Bringing the prayer to the 3rd eye center for hope and for dreams. To the lips for truth and for honesty. To your heart space for love and compassion. Together we bow in gratitude, bringing that gratitude back into our hearts, whatever it was we were grateful for or are feeling grateful for now. Namaste. Thank you everyone, thanks for practicing along with me. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about any of these yoga flows, I'll be trying to upload some more. I'm going to get some friends, some loved ones, some family to come and be as guest stars in the videos, but I'll do some just like this as well. Just as a bit of fun and as a thank you and a gift for you, so that you can practice yoga at home, because I know definitely on rainy days sometimes it's nice to just be able to put on a yoga vid and do it at home. So I'm very new to this, so give me feedback. I would love it. And I'll try to do different ones for different types of people, because we're so unique and there's so many different things that different people need. For example, I was just talking to my sister saying that I might do one, like a mums and bubs one, because she's just got a little 1-year-old baby boy. So that will be a fun one probably to do, and yeah, some just different styles. So if you have anything that you'd like me to teach, let me know, and I'll try and find the relevant person to be my yogi guest star, or just do it myself like this. Anyway, have a great day. See you next time.